Hello my electro buddies! Welcome back again to my channel. In today's video, I will show you how to make a car rear light signal system using our Arduino board. This video is divided into 3 parts: the coding, the testing, and the installation. So just sit back and relax. I hope you'll enjoy this demonstration. For the coding, we will be using the Arduino IDE software, which is also based on C and C++ languages. First, we state the integers or the int. The first 3 ints are intended for the running lights. The next group is for the connections of push button switches to the analog pins of the Arduino board, followed by the 3 groups composed of the yellow and red LEDs connected to the digital pins. Next groups of ints are for push button states, state 0 and state 1. And of course, we have the blinks. This has something to do with the blinking of the LEDs when push buttons are being pressed. At the end of this video, we are expecting 5 different outcomes. This is why we have 5 push buttons for different functions. The first button is for the left signal, second button for the right signal, third button for the running lights, fourth button for the hazard lights, fifth button for the brake lights. For the void setup, we put the first serial dot begin 9600. This means that we are setting the data rate in 9600 bits per second for serial data transmission. Then, we write the pin mode of push buttons as input pull-up, while the LEDs as the output. We will also set the digital write of the LEDs into low. The last line for the setup is intended for the running lights. Now, here are the codes for the void loop. Here is the code for the left and right signal lights. Next, for the running lights. For the hazard lights, and lastly, for the brake lights. As long as we finish the codes, we need to compile it and check for errors. Now, if the codes are already compiled and contains no errors, it is now ready to be uploaded to our Arduino board. For the testing, we need first to create our schematic diagram. Using the application Fritzing, this is the finished schematic diagram, and this is the expected breadboard view. And now, for the actual setup, we'll prepare first the materials needed: breadboard, jumper wires, 4 yellow and 4 red LEDs, 5 tactile push button switches with 2 pins, resistors, Arduino board, electrical tape and soldering lead for the assembling, and we also have the soldering iron and glue gun, as well as the paint for the design. For push button switches, we use a 3.3 kilo ohm resistor, while 300 ohm resistors will be used for LEDs. Now, all things set, let us mount the components on the breadboard. Make sure that the connections of the components as well as the LED terminals are followed according to the schematic diagram. Now, let's upload the codes that we compiled earlier. It's time to test them. For button 1, for button 2, for button 3, for button 4, for button 5. Since the codes work properly as what we expected in the outcome, it's time to assemble them in our car. A great way to recycle carton boxes is to turn them into a kid's toy. This car is crafted from carton boxes. For the installation, we need to solder the components. And also an easy way to connect them is to do splicing techniques and wrap them with electrical tape. So here are the soldered components. After some time dealing with connections, it's now ready to mount as car rear signal lights. After some troubleshooting, I present to you our finished product.